Episode 2.
I think, well, I know it was episode 2, but I think it went well.
It went freaking awesome with a guest like Jason Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's an OG.
Yeah.
As we learned.
Not short of anything to say.
No. And he's not uncultured swine like many of us in this building, including yourself.
You
can't use my jokes against me, man.
But you can't be an uncultured swine.
You're the uncultured swine, and Jason Arnold is not.
No.
He's lived in London. He's worked in power sports, but also action sports, snowboarding, surfing. He's not from California. We learned a lot about Jason Arnold. We learned that Mr. Punk Rock Guy,
Gigi Allen,
yeah. And him had tacos one time, and then that next night, we're not going to tell you what happened. You got to watch the episode. You got to listen to the episode. But you know what Gigi Allen does.
I don't think there's a lot of people that don't. You didn't.
I had heard of the action. I didn't know I didn't know the name of the guy. But my parents always warned me about the punk rocker guy who did that.
Yeah.
You know.
There was only one guy that did that because that is gross.
Well, Ozzy Osbourne used to eat live animals on stage too. So
he ate a bat. The bat was dead.
Was it dead?
It was dead.
Okay, excuse me.
And then there was another time he did it, but I don't think that thing was dead. We also learned about why it's called Wall Street.
Yeah, we had a spelling contest, and turns out Jason Arnold is a very, very cultured man.
Mm-hmm. He's an acute speller.
Yes.
Do you know what acute means?
Oh, God.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
No. I'm supposed to do this to you.
Right.
You don't do this to me.
Well,
your thing with me is that my dad owns a bank.
Your dad does own a bank.
He tucks his shirt in.
Do you know what acute means?
Acute.
Yeah, I got you. It's like when you see a little kitten walk across the floor, you're like, hey, that's an acute kitten.
That's not what it means.
I don't know. Something like that. Right?
You don't know what it means either.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
So we have some exciting news to share about the month of April.
We do.
Would you like to talk about that, Corey?
I don't know.
For our listeners?
I think the news, correct me if I'm wrong, but does it have something to do with our extravagant bike night?
That's it.
That's it.
When is it?
It is in April.
April 18th, Saturday, 4 to 8 p.m., 40-plus V-twin vendors. If you've been, you know. You know what it's like. You know the energy. You know the thousands of people that show up. You know there's nowhere to frickin' park, so people are putting their bikes up on the sidewalk illegally. Mm-hmm. But you know what? All we can say is don't do that. You're still going to do it. That's okay.
I'd say park at the Stater Brothers up the street. Take a 2-minute Uber if you don't want to walk.
Yeah.
Right? Or just park on the sidewalk.
Live music, food, discounts. The vendors are going to be offering, it's only valid during bike night, the discount. Okay?
Oh.
And so for our national audience, you're like, oh, man, that's great. I live in Oklahoma, not going to that bike night. I don't see a reason why people wouldn't travel halfway across the country to come to our bike night. That's how big it is.
It's a very popular bike night. I've mentioned that it's comparable to the Thrashin' bike nights. But Thrashin' has some killer bike nights. They have a very reputable company. Do you know Thrashin'? You ever heard of Thrashin'?
I know who Thrashin' is. Yes, and I've seen their bike nights. Okay.
Yep. Ours was right there.
Ours is pretty good.
Yeah.
Ours is pretty dang good. Not to mention, it's Southern California. It's not the lamest place in the world to visit in the springtime.
No.
Angels baseball, Dodgers baseball. We've got Disneyland. We've got, you ever heard of Huntington Beach, Surf City, USA? We've got that.
We do?
We've got that.
Oh, Jason Arnold was a surfer.
Jason Arnold was a surfer. I did mention that earlier.
We also have Knott's Berry Farm, which is one of my personal favorites, if you've ever been to Knott's Berry Farm.
What's your favorite ride? Accelerator?
Accelerator. Montezuma's Revenge. Or, no. What's the ghost one?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider's
the
bad.
wooden one?
Yeah, at the end of the night, if you go there for the last hour, they will turn it up full speed.
Oh, it's turned down.
It's turned down, way down. Yeah, for the last hour. This is a little Knott's Berry Farm secret. They turn it up to 10 to 11. But like on a ride.
I remember when they built that ride. That ride hasn't always been there.
No. I was in 8th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah.
You were
same with Accelerator.
Accelerator.
I remember when they built that. So anyhow, Jason Arnold, do we have anything else to announce? It's April. Apparently we're making Bassani pipes now, and the deal is done. And the Bassani lifestyle has been brought back to life, if you will.
That's confirmed?
That's confirmed.
As of within 30 minutes?
As of 30 minutes ago.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay.
Bassani is ready to go. And if you want a superbike pipe, if you want to be for long, if you want to put a pipe on your Honda, Bassani is ready to go. We're back. We are so getting back, buddy.
That's good news.
Yeah.
That's good news.
What are you going to get on your bike?
Well, my first pair of Bassanis were the Bassani sweepers, the black sweepers. I love them.
Yeah.
The only problem with that, they're short, so you're not going to get a lot of power out of short pipes from what I've been told.
You get better out of the longer pipes.
Right.
It's like a long barrel rifle. You're going to get more velocity out of that barrel because it's longer.
Well, whatever Mickey Cohen tells me to get, I'll probably get. But those super pipes, well, if that fits on a 2019 Street Glide, I would love to have a pair of those.
Absolutely, it fits.
Yeah, they'll probably do that. I already got cams in that thing, and it's bored out, so.
Dude, you're going to be looking at some serious power.
Especially when I take it to Mickey Cohen.
And a great noise. Yeah. So we got that going on. What else is going on? April.
A lot of work. Inundated with work in the shipping department, in the warehouse department, just non-stop.
I taught you that word last episode, by the way.
Do you know what inundated means?
That's what I asked you last episode.
And I had you explain it.
Yeah, so what does it mean?
Well, it means I'm being bombarded, if you will.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Well, bombarded with overwhelming. Let's do this again. Bombarded with overwhelmment. Let's not do that at all.
Oh, Corey.
Yes.
Dog.
What's that, dude?
Saw, dude. What's the new product from Speed by Design, dude? This is big. This is a huge announcement. There's one on Kurt's desk. You should probably go grab it. I'm allowing you to go off stage. Stage right.
Buffy.
Don't tell Buffy what to do, dude.
I'll be right back.
Speed by Design, as many of you know, is a manufacturer of accessories for Harley Davidson motorcycles. I'm having so much fun right now watching Corey look for this part that's literally on his desk, under his monitor, right under his monitor, and you are blinder than a freaking... Dude, you're looking under the wrong monitor. It's right there. I'm looking straight at the gold one. Oh, my God. Okay, so Speed by Design makes lid tethers for saddlebags. They're very popular. They also make speed knobs, which they screw into the saddlebags. That's what you take your factory ones off and you put these on. Billet aluminum. They have them in all sorts of colors. And so let me go help Corey find the thing. You're joking, right? It's right there.
Oh, dude, I thought we were talking about gun. You said gunmetal. Great.
No, I did not.
Oh, I don't even know what the hell that is. You're going to love this. Check this thing out. I know all about this.
Okay, so that was painful, to say the least. But Corey, go ahead. Tell us about our new Speed by Design gas cap.
Yeah, well, from what I know, and I don't know much, that this is Bluetooth. So if you have an amplifier that requires Bluetooth that you're not getting from your head unit, I believe that this will power up your...
Don't look at me. I don't know what it does. I don't know what the hell it does.
I don't know what it does either. We probably should have asked first. But I know that it's Bluetooth, and I know that if you need Bluetooth and you don't have like a head unit or some sort of electronic device that has Bluetooth on it, you could just connect to this.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you
So I bet your phone connects to that.
Yes.
Or your phone connects to your device in your bag for like a Road King that doesn't have a stereo.
Right.
And then,
Right.
because what are those buttons? Are those like typical music shuffling buttons, like play,
Yes.
pause, and next?
There's a play, pause, there's a next, there's a volume, there's a previous. And then
Show
there's-
it to the camera. Show that baby off, and try to hold it still.
Yeah. Is it still?
Corey was in film school, so he knows everything there is to know about film. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. I genuinely did not know.
Why aren't you marketing, or don't you do the marketing for the company?
Yeah, no, we got these today. So sorry, I'm not just like all over it. But
Yesterday, but you wouldn't know that.
Don't say that. It comes with a USB device to charge because it does have a battery in it, but it is a gas cap. Is it billet?
Billet aluminum.
And it matches. They have matching colors from the Speed by Design lid tethers and the speed knobs.
Yep, gold, black, blue, red, and we have a new color of lid tethers, gunmetal gray, which is a very popular color amongst Harley Davidson aficionados.
Absolutely. What else we got going on, buddy?
Dude, I really don't think that we have anything else going on. We upcoming guests we're trying to lock in. Should we even say that, or does it?
I don't know who they are. Do you know who they are?
I don't.
So are we just gonna make something up?
Alloy Art. We want to get that guy in here.
Yeah, Robbie Lane.
Robbie Lane. I want to get
Motorcycle V-twin vision, not V-twin vision, V-twin extraordinaire. I mean, the guy's an engineering mastermind. He's been doing it for a while. And he's got some products right now that they really do make a big difference on your performance Harley Davidson.
What kind of products?
Chain tensioner.
Chain what?
I kind of stuttered there. It's a chain tensioner.
It wasn't a stutter. That was you just fudged it.
Yeah, I fudged it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A cush drive.
Cush drive. They have their replaceable bushings. They also have their fender supports. Not fender, fairing supports.
Yep.
So they make a lot of additional parts. Basically, Harley Davidson goes stock, and they kind of take a cheap route sometimes with some parts. Let's be honest.
Sometimes.
With some of the parts.
Majority of the time.
And so Alloy Art goes ahead and says, well, those are cheap parts, whether they're made out of plastic or it's not enough support or what have you. Alloy Art goes in and upgrades them, gives them better supports, make them billet aluminum, and they're all made in the USA.
Yes. I don't know if they're billet aluminum, though.
Some of them are. Some of them are plastic. The cush drives are some kind of plastic.
That wouldn't be good if that was billet
rubber.
aluminum.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Your back tire would probably seize up and explode.
Actually had that happen to me once on the way back from Sturgis a couple years back. I was in the middle of Wyoming, and it just blew up. Seized and then blew up on me in the middle of nowhere.
And you're okay.
I'm fine. But there happened to be a motorcycle shop in the middle of nowhere, 500 miles in each direction, no motorcycle shop, except for this one small town in Wyoming that this guy took 2 days, but he fixed my bike for me. And
That's because you're a leprechaun, as we mentioned in the podcast.
I didn't like that. Did you see me go like that to him?
You didn't like that part?
Well, because I come from a family of leprechauns, and we're trying to get out of that lineage. Did you see me do this to him, though?
Yeah, dude. He didn't flinch.
Oh, he didn't see it.
Jason Arnold throws down in the mosh pit, dude. He was...
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Jason Arnold.
I wouldn't.
No.
We didn't talk too much about his tattoos. I thought we were going to go in deeper. I don't know if you changed the subject on that on purpose because you didn't feel the vibe,
No.
But I did want to kind of get a little bit better of an understanding. We heard about his first one.
Right.
But he has, 100.
I don't think a lot of people like talking about their tattoos. Like when I get tattoos, I got a couple. I know I don't like when people ask me about it. Like most of the time I'll lie because I don't want to tell them the real story.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a little too...
Well, then maybe there was a good thing that we changed. There's Sparky. Sparky wants to make a cameo.
No, he doesn't.
No, it's classic Sparky.
He's got so much work.
Walking around, just not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a Sonic phone call.
I guess I'll walk upstairs real quick, see what Ecom's doing.
Let me have Corey do this thing. Corey will do it. Is he coming? Oh. You know what else I want to talk about real quick?
What's that?
Nothing really. I think that was it. I think we had a good episode. I think the people are going to enjoy this episode.
Without further ado, Jason. I say Jason. You say Arnold. Jason. No. I say Jason. You say Arnold.
Jason. Okay.
Jason.
Jason Arnold. Enjoy the episode. It was a good one. Welcome to another episode of Lifestyle Cycles, a motorcycle podcast. Is that what we're going for?
That's what it's called. Yes.
All right.
It's your podcast.
It's not my podcast. Now, full disclaimer, I had come to you 6 months ago with this idea, like, you guys should do a podcast. You guys, right? And then you're like, oh, let's buy a bunch of candy and let's make you the fucking podcast host.
Let's focus on Jason Arnold.
All right.
Today.
Well, I wanted to give a full disclaimer. Jason Arnold, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in.
We got about 49 minutes left, I believe, so let's get on it.
That's okay. Let's get right to it. I like that. So, who the hell are you and why?
Well, I mean, why? Because my parents were fortunate enough back in 1970 to get together and pop me out in 1971.
Damn.
So I'm kind of old, coming up on double nickels here. But my name's Jason Arnold. In the grand scheme of things in humanity, I'm just another person walking around on two legs, taking up airspace. But I've been in this industry for about 7 years now, and I run and operate a independent sales and marketing agency called Black Moon Trading Company.
All right. Right. And what companies do you represent currently right now?
Currently, I represent Kraus is my primary. I represent RWD Suspension and SP Concepts Exhaust.
All really great brands.
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Yeah.
Brands that we sell here.
Yes, indeed.
Sell a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Especially those.
Go ahead.
No, he wasn't going to say anything. I was the one.
Oh.
But Pete, do you have anything to say?
No, go for it, buddy.
I was just going to compliment the Kraus Easy Shifts.
Yeah, well, we'll dip into that, but I did want to also bring up the fact that I mean, we're talking about my history in the industry a little bit.
Yeah, the next
Or is that
question,
next?
your motorcycle origin story.
Okay.
How'd you get involved in the V-twin world, and are you a Harley guy? And
Why don't we start with his first motorcycle he ever rode?
that kind of goes without saying, right? Like, how did you get started in the V-twin world, in the motorcycle world?
Well, what if his first bike wasn't a V-twin?
Well, it did. The story leads into that, though. Yeah.
All right, we'll go for it. Sorry about him.
So, I grew up until '85 in Southern Oregon, and then moved to Southern California. Prior to that, I had friends with dirt bikes, ATCs, that kind of stuff. So did a little bit of riding, but my family, I don't come from a motorcycling family. My dad was kind of risk-averse type person, and we really didn't do a lot of that kind of stuff. So it was always fringe for me. Probably in my 30s, I suppose, decided to, on a whim, buy a brand new YZ 250 two-stroke, and started ripping the hills with a friend of mine. Ripping, I say, but actually I was trying to keep up. And subsequently blew my knee out twice.
Damn.
And
I think you've had 8 knee blowouts from my research. Is that right?
at 9, actually. 9 total. Wow.
That's right.
Wow,
Yeah.
you really dug deep on that one.
Yeah, I did.
2 of them directly due to that. The others were one was snowboard related, and the others were just being a drunken idiot and causing damage to yourself. But around that time, I decided that I was going to get rid of the dirt bike, and that kind of led me into what I thought would be a more casual riding experience with Harleys. So.
And what Harley was that? What was the first Harley?
My first bike was a Sportster 8883.
Right on. What year? Actually, I know this. 2003?
You know more than I do because I'm old and my memory is shot. But yeah,
I looked into it.
probably. That lasted me maybe 9 to 10 months, and realized that I should have just started out with a Dyna.
I think that's a common mistake or route that people take.
Yeah.
Is they start with that Sportster, then they automatically are like, I should have got a Dyna.
I'm not gonna lie though, the first few times I rode that Sportster, it felt so big. It was vibrating, and I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I can handle this thing.
Do you remember where you were when you got to 5th gear for the first time, and you're just like, oh yeah,
On the freeway, obviously. Where else can you get in 5th gear in Southern California?
Southern
Nowhere.
California road? Well, you could, but it's probably not recommended.
Yeah, I mean now we do, but then at the time I was fledgling. So, like I said, that bike it served me well, got me introduced into the lifestyle, no pun intended, and created that passion for V-twin, which I still have to this day. It's why I like riding a twin cam.
Yeah.
I think it's a little more visceral, and I love the rawness of it, and then it has since led into a career for me.
Yeah.
So.
And you have a Dyna now?
I do.
2012?
07.
07. Oh, really?
Yeah, 07.
Street Bob.
Street Bob, correct. Yeah.
Is that the Dyna that you took on a grandiose
I did.
road trip
I
to
did.
Oregon?
Couple years ago, we stripped it down to the frame and built it into a 110 with my friends over at Harley's Custom Cycle Works. And prior to that, I did a few rides, but my longest on it was a solo 3,000-mile ride through the interior of, Northern California, Eastern California, up into Central and Eastern Oregon, up to Washington, and then all the way back down the coast. So
Did you hit the 395 on that?
I did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good,
Big fan of the 395.
yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Well, the Highway 1 on Oregon coast is indescribable.
Yeah.
Indescribable, pretty spectacular. And like I said, I grew up in Southern Oregon as a young buck, so I remember the Oregon coast, and it was interesting. I camped in the campground where I can remember camping as a little kid, and kind of just revisited it. It had been a long time. The only thing I will say is that it was a little difficult riding at times because the scenery is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Get a little
You
distracted.
kind of just either want to stop constantly to check shit out, or you're not necessarily paying attention. But,
And you got all the way to the Goonies.
I did. I
Goonies
started
rock.
in Astoria. Yeah, I
Astoria,
came out
yeah.
from Portland, shot west, started from Astoria, and
Hey,
rode
you
the coast all
guys.
the way down.
That's classic.
Now, at the time, though, you couldn't walk up to it because apparently the owner at the time was a bit of an asshole and didn't like people coming up to the
Coming
house
to
to
the
check
house,
it out.
right,
But
yeah.
I think since then it's gotten bought and they've opened it up to people to come check out or something. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for a Goonies too.
They're going to fuck it up.
I don't know. Spielberg might be behind that. Yeah.
They fuck everything up.
They
now,
do.
don't they?
Yeah.
Except for Short Circuit 2. That was way better than Short Circuit.
I don't know if I saw
don't
that one.
don't disassemble Johnny 5. I'll tell you that right now. Pete, any questions on those road trips?
I don't know, man. I spent, my dad owns a bank in Southern Oregon. I don't know if you guys knew that, but
He owns quite a few banks. So, little backstory: Pete's dad tucks his shirt in all the times when he's at home, just chilling, or when he's walking around. So,
Does he tuck it inside his underwear though? That's the question.
no, dude.
Okay.
No, I don't.
He's
I don't
clear
tuck it
then.
into
He's
his.
clear.
I don't tuck it into his underwear for him.
Yeah.
He might do that on his own, but I don't do that when I'm dressing him in the morning.
your dad's a nice guy.
No, he doesn't own a bank, but I did spend a week in Southern Oregon last summer, and you're right, man. It's just absolutely stunning, and those windy roads that go along the coast there. I think it's Newport. It's called Newport, Oregon.
Yeah.
The dunes.
Yeah, and we sat on the side of a cliff and watched like 25 whales swim by.
Yeah.
So I could see the distractedness that you were talking about
Sure.
on your bike.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. I really want to know more, and you might be going on this, is just more about Jason Arnold and who he is and his history. I mean, he said he's been working in the V-twin industry for 7 years. You're clearly not 25 years old. No
well,
offense.
thanks, bro. Thanks. No, clearly.
But you have a career that
Clearly.
spans farther back than that. So
Yeah. Well, basically upon moving to Southern California in 1985, going into high school my freshman year, I jumped into the surf by 110%.
Oh, sick.
Surfing was my roots. It was my everything. I graduated high school. I received a one-way ticket to Kauai for my graduation.
Hawaii,
Damn.
Pete.
I know where that is, buddy.
Just like
I've been there.
And
That's right. My
I
dad's
can
got
remember
a boat.
asking my dad, like, one way? He's like, yeah, you're a man now. You can figure out how to get yourself back, So, and I did, out of necessity, unfortunately, which we won't go into. But
this is right after high school.
Correct, yeah.
85. Where'd you graduate high school?
Laguna Hills High School,
All right.
Oh,
on.
sick.
1989.
Local boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Plenty of surfing.
I had,
down there.
being a little bit of an inland school, though, I guess, 15 miles from the coast or whatever, it was, my heart was at the beach, and that's where I was anytime I wasn't locked inland, So
How long were you in Hawaii for?
that was just a winter.
Oh.
Spent the winter over there to surf and waited tables. Started as a dishwasher and waited some tables, and gained some pretty valuable life experience, I would say. Came back from there, and I had, prior to going over there, I had snowboarded in 1989 once or twice, and that became a big passion. To the point of where in 1993 I moved to Mammoth full time.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
That's epic.
Had a child up there. She was born in Bishop on Christmas Day and was the only child born in the entire county.
And she went to NAU from what we talked about, Northern Arizona University.
I just said she was born, bro, and you're jumping ahead to college already?
Well, I guess you're right.
Good shit.
Tell him my story.
Oh,
Fuck
great.
'em up.
Okay.
Get them good.
So anyways, I got heavy into snowboarding. I mean, I was riding 150 plus days a year, working on night crew up there, so cleaning shitters and snowboarding during the day. And it was
the dream,
it was
man.
a great time of life. And I guess I could say I got good enough to get some free stuff, but I knew I wasn't going to be good enough to make some kind of career out of being a sponsored rider or anything. So at the time, a good friend of mine, Kaipo Guerrero, who's kind of a legend in the surf industry, was repping Ride Snowboards at the time and brought me on board as a fledgling tech rep, which is basically a rep's bitch. So did that for a while and parlayed that into a 25-year career in sales and marketing in the action sports, board sports, whatever you want to call it, surf, skate, snow, moto, and punk rock music, basically.
Are there any posters of you from those days? Like, did you ever get
Posters?
Poster worthy?
Only the ones I made myself.
Signed that one. Yeah.
No, I never had anything published
about-
based on my skills. I've had things published based on my words and writings, but not.
That's interesting. We'll have to talk about that. What about movies? Were you in any snowboard films or part of any productions like that?
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
You were not. Were you an actor at all, or is that behind the scenes? Weren't you an actor in 2014 for something?
I did a little bit for a production that unfortunately never saw the light of day. It was a slasher flick. It was
Clothes on or clothes off?
clothes on, but arm off. I had my arm ripped off, and they actually had made a prosthetic for it. It was Tyler Maine, who played, gosh, I think he played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. I think he was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just a beast of a man, 7 foot something and giant. He was the killer in it. And there was a couple other people that of notoriety that I don't recollect their names at this point. But yeah, I did a little bit. I played the scoundrel, I guess, the sleazy boyfriend drug dealer who gets killed by the serial killer at a music festival, at a rock and roll festival.
It's a weird casting choice. You don't strike me as that. I'm being sarcastic.
Hey, you can go ahead and take your tongue out of your cheek right now, bro.
Better my cheek than somewhere else, right? I guess.
Oh, they weren't joking when you said you were going to go that way, were they?
We're gonna cut that part out.
No, we're not. Yeah, Pete's the editor, so all the good stuff will be on the cutting room floor.
Yeah. B-roll.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to my career. Yeah, after 25 years, 2008 hit, and we all know what happened then. At the time, myself and two friends had our own boutique design and marketing agency firm. We had relaunched an existing surf brand called Morecore Division, MCD, with quite a bit of fanfare, and we'd also launched a streetwear brand from nothing and achieved $1 million in revenue in our first year, which was pretty unusual at that time.
What year was that? 2009?
That would have been 2006 to 2008, and then 2008 hit, and our financier at the time was a Wall Street guy, and we all know what happened to Wall Street. So everything went to hell in a handbasket in that industry in particular, but I'm pretty sure all industries.
Why don't you explain what Wall Street is to our friend Corey here?
Well,
Why don't you explain to me what you think it is?
It's a street, and it's got a wall on it.
I don't think there's a wall on it anymore. Matter of fact, it used to have a wall on it, but it was broken down when New
God
Amsterdam.
damn it, Trump! Let's build a wall.
Damn.
Give you a little history lesson on that next time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
guess.
save that for next time.
I actually don't know why it's called wall, but I guess you just told me.
Well, they used to have a wall on it that would separate the New Amsterdam, which was New York City, from not New York City, and then they broke the wall down and they kept the street. It's the same cobblestone.
I myself am a fan of history as well, so.
We both just learned something. Thank you, Corey.
I can't promise you that that's accurate information, but I know that has something to do with it.
You sounded legit, so.
Yeah.
I'm a good liar.
So at that time,
yes,
and I'd also kind of told myself, I was, I don't know, I guess I thought I was getting old in my 30s or whatever, but I thought that it was getting more and more difficult as a grown man to stay on top of what a 15-year-old thinks is cool. So I wouldn't say I was heartsick leaving that industry. I miss it to this day. It's a great industry. I made some amazing lifelong friends and relationships, but I ended up stepping into the medical industry, ironically enough. An old friend of ours, genius, Old Creek local, Charlie Dunlop, started a company called Ambry Genetics and developed a patent for a cancer screening panel that just blew his company up. And he was kind enough to give a lot of us old dirty punk rock scumbags, I guess, for lack of a better term, that were having difficulty getting hired anywhere else, a job. So a lot of us worked there. I started out sitting at a desk sending out reports to nurses, and moved on up into a marketing role there and kind of managing all their trade shows throughout the year from A to Z logistics. Then, of course, private acquisition happened.
as it does.
Which I do despise. And of course, then the layoffs started happening. So left that industry and stumbled around for about a year or so, not sure what I was going to do, and kind of fell into the V-twin industry. A mutual friend, or a good friend of mine, knew I was looking for work and reached out for a brand that I ended up brand managing for, and didn't know shit about really anything except that I rode a Harley, and that's about it.
What does a brand manager do exactly?
I mean, I think it depends on the brand and the manager. But in my opinion, what a brand manager does is, I mean, first of all, you're essentially the face of the brand when it comes to being in the trenches. In my opinion, brand managers really should take on a grassroots approach, spend a lot of time with consumer-facing events, as much time as possible in the accounts. And then there's all the back-end stuff, working with the in-house sales and marketing team just to make sure that the message is cohesive and that the brand is staying in the right direction, I guess. So
And you enjoy doing that now?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
What are some of your favorite parts or reasons why you enjoy what you do now as far as the brand managing?
I'd say probably consumer interaction at the end of the day. I mean, there's also the factor of the camaraderie in the industry.
Very
I find
tight-knit.
I do find that, and I do find that there is not a ton of virulent competition, so it's friendly competition, even amongst brands that make similar products.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing, my favorite thing, although, you know, it's a bit grueling standing on a blacktop for 12 hours a day, 5 days in a row. But at the end of the day, educating customers is really where I get a good sense of satisfaction out of, particularly when they may come up to the booth with a preconceived notion or an idea that may be incorrect, and you're able to, you know, kind of change their perception on some things. That's probably where I get a large amount of gratification. On the sales repping side of things, you know, obviously the satisfaction comes from making sales, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I hate the term sales representative. I prefer service representative. It's how I've built my business, is just showing up and taking care of your accounts, i.e. service. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
in some cases, you know, was going into accounts for 2 years without a single order. And then now I do great business with some of those accounts. So I think persistence and consistency without being an annoyance. I can't stand pushy salesmen myself, so I don't like being sold to.
Yeah.
I went into all my accounts, again, relatively new to the V-twin industry. I mean, right after that brand management gig didn't last too long before I was recruited by one of the big national distributors. At the time, I had moved to Arizona, and just to get out of here, my folks had moved there, so I wanted to get out of California for a little bit, and I got recruited to move back and take on a distributor rep role for San Diego area primarily. And that's really where I kind of began in the industry, so to
Yeah.
speak. I didn't know shit from Shinola, and I just was walking into these accounts and trying to develop relationships. And to this day, I still have great friends that I've gained from my accounts, and I kind of went in honest and transparent. I went in and said, "Look, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know everything about parts, but what I do know is how to help you with your administrative stuff and help you make some money." So I was pretty open from the beginning, and just didn't try to be what I wasn't, and I think that helped a lot. Gain the respect that I think I have now, and you know, it's paid off. And again, it's just persistence, I think, is everything. And you know, then I had the support of a multi-million-dollar distribution company. So
We cannot name them.
it was Hard Drive.
Okay.
Hard Drive.
Yeah.
You know, but again, another scenario of a company under Western Power Sports that. And we may have to edit this so I don't get sued, but
Fucking say it, dude.
you know, that was
Say it.
acquired by a private equity firm, and they thought in their wisdom that it would be a good idea that they didn't need V-twin reps on the road anymore. So there was a pretty mass layoff and reorganization of the sales rep force throughout the country. So at the time, it was rather sudden, but I decided that I was going to try to do something that I didn't see a lot of in this industry, that is very common in the surf industry, which is independent rep organizations. All I had known of in the V-twin industry was distributor reps and brand managers. There was nobody out there really that had a sales agency that represented, had a stable of brands and,
Right.
and a region, a sales region that they managed and went after it that way. So I it's built my stable. It was quite large at one point. I was dealing with about 8 brands.
Who's your least favorite brand to deal with? Who did you hate?
It's kind of a loaded question.
Fucking say it.
Nobody, because I haven't got into it yet, but I curated brands very carefully, and it was always very important for me to have American-produced products.
Right on.
I had a Canadian brand, but North American, let's say domestic. That was a sense of pride for me, and I could walk into a shop and say, "Listen, these are the brands I represent. They're all American made. I don't mess with Chinese stuff. I understand that it's a necessity and that there are some things you just can't get elsewhere from China, electronics in particular. But I really stuck to billeted aluminum aftermarket parts and things of that nature, you know, kind of hard parts.
You have a favorite brand you represent now? That's something that's, I know you probably can't say who's your favorite out of the ones you...
Well, I mean, Kraus is my primary, and
Okay.
Sasha Kraus has been great. I mean, I've, you know, they're an aspirational brand, there's no doubt. I mean, I consider them the Porsche of the aftermarket industry in V-twin.
What is let me interrupt you real quick. What is Sasha? His name's Sasha
Correct.
Kraus. What is he like? I've heard the name thrown around, but I've never actually met him myself. I've met a lot of people in this industry working with lifestyle, but
Sasha, you're the man. You know I love you. Sasha's a unique individual, like I think a lot of creatives are. I mean, I think where he really comes in twofold is he's a creative, but he's an insane businessman as well. So he has managed the business of Kraus very well.
and he moved here from Germany, or where's
No, Northern California. I
Okay.
believe Eastern Sonoma County, maybe, or something like
Are
that.
his parents out from overseas?
I
or-
believe he's Hungarian descent, but
Okay.
but no, he doesn't have an accent or anything like that. He says a funny name, you know.
Got it. Interesting.
But Sasha really is he started out just dinking around with bikes when he was a kid, living in his ranch in Sonoma County or wherever, and discovered that he has that engineering mind, you know. And the thing I love about what Sasha designs for Kraus is he doesn't just make cool looking parts because they look cool. Everything he does has forethought into it in regards to ergonomics and performance. So before he even has a vision of what the final product's going to look like, he's already determining, is this going to make your ride more comfortable, and is it going to make your ride more performance capable?
So was he the engineer designer behind the isolated risers that we have here?
Correct. So a lot of people are unaware, and we will be revisiting this in the marketplace soon for further education, but the isolated risers, what we call the ISO risers, we basically hard mount with solid bushings to the trees, and then our dampening bushings are inside the risers. So what you don't see is the benefit that you're getting. There are, you can hard bushing mount or solid bushing mount any riser, but what are you doing for the vibration now that's going to come up through those risers into the bars?
Flip those
into
bad
your
boys
hands,
around.
you know?
For those of you who can't see what we're talking about right now, you watch the video. But Corey's got an example of the risers, the Kraus risers that we're talking about right now.
Right.
And is that the one that comes with the Wolf 1 kit? Or is
Correct.
Yeah.
The isolated risers come with all the kits. I would also point out too that the nice thing about Kraus risers is the legs are interchangeable. So if someone decides they want to increase or decrease the height of their bar setup, they can buy a set of legs for less than $200 versus buying a whole new
That
riser.
is very convenient. I didn't know that.
So Kraus is somewhat modular in that way too. And again, it's one of those things where you don't always see what's under the hood, and then you wonder why they're at the price they're at. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to the internal technology and the improvement of your ride. And they look badass too. On top
Yeah.
of it. So
They got a great look to them.
the other thing that really sold me on Kraus before I even met Sasha was the guys on the gas all the time. I mean, pandemic, when every other brand was either going out of business or laying staff off or halting production, he was dropping new products literally every other week. And it might have been shit he had down the pipeline, but he stayed foot on the gas the whole time through. And right now, I think we're really reaping the rewards of that, of a company that stayed proactive versus reactive to it. And again, being an American company, the tariffs and whatnot recently does not affect us. He's got an amazing operation up there in St. George, Utah. Capabilities are incredible.
How'd you get involved with the company Kraus?
So originally, while I was still repping with Hard Drive, one of the Western Power Sports reps connected that lives in St. George connected with Kraus as well, and basically kind of came in as a sales manager to start building a team for them. So he recruited a couple of us Hard Drive reps to carry the line as well. So that was kind of the first introduction to it as far as representing it. I had been aware of the brand before, but it wasn't a brand that the distributor I worked with stocked, so it wasn't something I sold. But yeah, so we kind of Fewers came on board, and it's lasted the test of time now for me. It is.
Is there anything in the pipeline that you can share with us from a product perspective, or are your lips sealed?
I mean,
I know
there's
you know.
there's no big secrets.
If I can say it.
There's some things
Spill the
that,
beans,
that are
buddy.
still in development. I will say that probably what I'm most excited about right now is our calipers, which they've dropped them in the market a bit ago, but we're really putting more behind it now, and ultimately we'll have a whole braking system with that. Master cylinders. We're getting ready to drop some 3-finger adjustable levers,
Cool.
Oh, nice.
rotors, the whole nine.
Very
So
cool.
we'll have a complete Kraus braking system.
Is there? Go ahead, Pete.
I was
sorry.
just going to say, I feel like this morning I saw a video posted on your guys' social media about the Olin's collaboration of some sort. What?
That's not a collaboration. We sub-distribute with Olin's as well as numerous other second-party brands. We do Olin's, GP Suspension, Fox. We do Brembos and Behringers.
So how does
But we
that
do
work?
have a great relationship with Olin's, obviously, with the, Sasha's always used the Olin's for the internals, the front end that he designed, the inverted front end for the baggers, and now the
Yeah.
soft tails. He's the one that created that.
So it's Olin's internals with a
correct.
Kraus external design.
Correct. So Olin's forks,
Oh, wow.
Kraus trees, Kraus radial mounts, and designed to his spec on it, basically.
Yeah. But you also do that for GP and other suspension
Correct.
companies.
So what you saw is Olin's just dropped the newest black line, which is black canisters now. So they traditionally have been the gold canisters.
Yeah.
Now they have canisters available.
They just came out with black.
They launched them today at Daytona.
How
correct.
long has Olin's been a thing?
I have
A
no
gold.
idea. I have no idea.
Huh. Just feel like
It's been I think they've been around since the 70s.
damn.
They've been
Yeah.
around a long time.
I only know that because of Mickey Cohen's Poncho. Poncho's like the Olin's expert.
Yeah.
So
Is that a guy or something he puts on his when it's raining?
it's a man.
It's a person.
His name's Poncho.
Because when you said poncho, I'm thinking like he had an old poncho that said Olin's EST 1970.
How would that
on it.
poncho work with Olin's? It's a
It
rain.
would say
Never mind. It's a Swiss company. I don't think they have ponchos over there either.
thank you.
I actually think it's Swedish, isn't it?
Might be. One
Same
of those
thing.
starts with an
European.
S.
Right.
Swedish.
Well,
Actually, there's quite a difference between Sweden and Scandinavia, but
I want to know more about Jason. I mean, we were kind of bantering before this podcast, before we hit the record button. But I really want to know. You were talking about some music styles that you like. You were also saying things. I think you kind of talked about it with the power or the action sports. But
yeah, I mean, through the action sports roles and companies that I worked with, I got heavily involved with some music aspects of it as well, and particularly, if you're marketing eyewear, I mean, at the time it was a thing to get it on people's heads, and so I did make some decent connections in the music industry at the time, and
Punk rock world.
yeah, I mean that's my forte.
Yeah.
Punk rock and roll, but was open to anything commercial that made sense for the brands at the time that I worked with too. So it wasn't exclusive to that, but certainly there were some pet bands that I definitely took a shining to and worked with closely on some stuff, and it was mostly just keeping them laced in product, and then any events we'd have the bands play and things like that. So
do you ever find yourself as a spectator in a mosh pit at like a metal show or anything?
did I ever find myself as a spectator?
Yeah.
I only spectate now because I'm old. I was a participant, 100.
Well, no, that's what I meant. Like you were in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the pit, bro.
Isn't
you were in the
everybody?
pit,
I
bro.
was in the pit.
Are you more of a G.G. Allen punk rock guy or more of a?
Oh my God! So
a Ramones
I mean,
punk
I
rock.
could take a whole hour to tell you my Gigi stories. So
I know that you don't know who G.G.
I
Allen
don't.
is.
You got me on
but
that
he's
one,
the
buddy.
kind of he's a punk rock lead singer that would shit on stage and eat it, or he would make people believe. He'd do
all
the
kinds of
weirdest
stuff.
shit.
So yeah, I won't go into the whole show, but needless to say, he stayed at our house. Him and his band.
G.G. Allen
his
stayed
band,
at your
him, his band, all the
Wow.
roadies.
What did he eat for dinner?
That's a great question.
Well,
Did he take a shit on
we,
his plate
We
and
took
just-
him in Dana Point at the
You guys wanna see
time. In
something
Dana
crazy?
Point, we had a little Mexican spot called the Villa, and every night at midnight they would bust out free tacos. So he ate some of those, and then had a show the next night. Let's just say he had a Villa poo.
yeah.
He had a Villa poo.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
I mean, he's almost, I think, like physically assaulted. No, he has physically assaulted people on stage willingly.
Oh yeah,
willing
it's,
participants.
It's a battle royale.
Oh, it's
a
gnarly.
battle royale.
You can't
I mean,
get
if you don't like
hardcore.
violence, you
Absolutely.
you
That's
would
some
have a hard
hardcore
time
shit.
understanding it. But
Yeah.
it was mutual. It was mutually. It was mutual violence, and
Did
he
you ever
invited it.
hit him, or did he ever hit you?
Nah, I didn't. You know, I guess infectious diseases. You know, I
It's
don't
more
know,
for simps. Like it's more for like punk rock simps. Like they just go up there and want to be thrown up on.
Right.
And he will throw up on you, and then he'll
Yeah.
fucking cut you and kick.
I
you
mean,
out.
I could
swear,
go.
dude,
I could
I'm
spend an
not
hour
kidding.
on the show that we saw. You know what I mean? It was insane.
That's
So.
crazy, man.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously, when I first moved to California, I didn't know. I was a little Oregon boy. I didn't know shit about
Yeah?
music or anything.
Rock and roll.
Well, you go to church as a young lad.
That's a whole other story. My dad was actually a self-ordained minister at one point. Yes,
Oh.
so I mean, basically, if you want to make a rebel, my dad was. You know, I was born on an army base, Fort Rucker, Alabama. My dad was a Huey pilot in Vietnam.
Oh,
did two
wow.
Damn.
tours. Then at one point, he was a deputy sheriff in a small eastern Oregon county. Then he was a death investigator. Then he became a CPA whilst becoming a self-ordained minister.
Dang.
So pretty much, forget about the preacher's son. Everything disciplinarian oriented.
Yeah.
Kind of made a rebel when I hit California.
Like
you
an
know,
army
so-
based rat, and then a
Yeah.
preacher's son. It's pretty gnarly, pretty tight.
So, gosh, where were we? I forget.
Before Gigi Allen, I asked.
Oh, so in the '80s when I moved to California, I got super into metal and thrash metal. You know, Slayer, Metallica,
Linkin Park.
Maiden. No, I don't think they were around even then. Come on, bro.
I know.
And then that led to me discovering the Misfits, which was what I consider my crossover band. Still one of my all-time favorites, but that's opened up the punk rock world to me.
Something I'd like to bring up that you just reminded me of. You lived in London for a year.
I did. That was much later in life, towards the tail end of my career in the action sports industry.
Working for Skull Candy at the time.
Correct, yeah.
Oh,
And
they're a
I
popular
was-
company.
I was managing the core market in Europe for them. At the time, we had multi-sub distributors, a chief distributor. We went in, my boss and his team he built went in and basically took a market that was under 20 million and dropping rapidly, restructured and really hit the grassroots thing hard and turned it around in 2 years into 40 million and growing.
Damn.
It seems like they did disappear for a while, and all of a sudden they made a huge resurgence back around that time.
I think part of it was it was a trend at the time to
Mm-hmm.
have headphones around your neck. I mean, especially in Europe, man. You walk the streets of Paris and every
It's more of an
one of their mother
accessory.
has
than
a headphone set around their neck, you know. Quite honestly, I didn't get it, but it doesn't matter. It's not my steez, you know.
The French are a hard group of people to understand.
Not just French, but it was everywhere you went in Europe, and probably any urban city in America. You know?
I don't know, Harry. The French are assholes.
Oh, is that Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
That is very good. Very good pull.
Going to a
we're
place
doing-
called Aspen.
We're doing
From the movie.
I know,
Okay.
but if
So
we're gonna,
I was gonna say, so we've talked. You've done a bit of traveling here in the States for work. In Europe, it sounds like. Where
Yeah,
else
I've
have you
been-
been?
I've been all over the country. I mean, obviously in the surf industry, I've been on both coastlines significantly.
What's your favorite of the two coastlines in America? I'm sure there's more coastlines in the world.
Are we talking just geography and weather?
Whatever your brain wants to recognize as favorite.
I mean,
If you were to take a
California
week
and Florida. I mean, you know, or maybe the Carolinas. You know, Kakalaki's pretty sweet.
not a lot of waves on the East Coast, I noticed.
There's not, but there can be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as consistent.
hurricane season.
Hurricane season.
I thought hurricane
and-
season was over.
When hurricane season happens, there's waves on the East
From
Coast.
a movie.
Oh,
Sup-
sorry, I
right?
lost that. Yeah, I'm not tracking.
What movie is that from?
I
I
don't-
thought hurricane season was over. It was James Franco. Superbad. No, it wasn't Superbad.
Just one more wave, Brody.
Fuck, it's gonna hurt me tomorrow.
Guys, your movie. I mean, I'm a movie buff too, but I wasn't prepared to like start catching all these.
Well, what's your favorite
Movie
motorcycle
quotes.
themed movie? Anything stand out? Like for me, it's Short Circuit, too. That guy rode him like a motorcycle in the movie. I really love that movie.
I can.
If
tell.
you're listening, Short Circuit 2, send me a copy.
I can tell. Shit, I don't know offhand, man.
There's that classic Michael Douglas, not Michael Douglas, was Marlboro and the Marlboro Man.
Oh,
and
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
They're actually remaking that.
I did hear something to that nature.
They're
yeah.
gonna fuck it up.
Momoa's in it. Momoa and the guy who was just in the bicyclers, the motorcyclers.
Oh,
Tom Hardy.
Elvis.
Hardy?
Oh, Hardy. Tom Hardy. Tom
Hardy.
Hardy's badass.
Yeah, he
I
is.
like Tom Hardy in
Yeah.
about anything.
Where were we?
We're all over you're gonna have fun editing.
We
this
haven't
'cause
had.
we're all over the place.
We haven't. This has been great. I think this is going super cohesively. I'm not editing a stitch of this. You're welcome, Corey.
Thank you.
So one thing we haven't mentioned, which the listeners won't be able to tell, but our viewers will be able to tell, Jason Arnold has tattoos cut from head to toe. So, Jason, why don't you tell us about your tattoo journey and how it began? And you mentioned before the show that you're not done. You're in a couple of weeks. You got a couple.
Yeah, it's a lifelong addiction, unfortunately. I don't know. I guess it happens to a lot of people. I have this vague recollection of being a youngster, and this probably would have been in Oregon, and seeing a pack of bikers ride by and all tatted up, and my one of my favorite uncles, rest in peace, he had kind of that old school style of like one on the forearm, one on the bicep, both sides, couple chest tats, and like I always just was really into the look. So upon turning 18, much to the chagrin of my folks,
I would imagine.
yeah, it was a big issue.
What was the
Big
first one?
issue.
Do you remember? And
Yeah, my left back shoulder. I had it's a picture of a warrior from this fantasy book series that I read, Elric of Melnibone. And so I started at 18, and I'm going to be 55 in March. And I've been getting tattooed since then. So at the time, particularly in the 80s, once I went kind of, below sleeves or to the neck, which I did relatively early on, it was still relatively taboo back then.
even in the industries that you were in, did you have to wear long sleeves?
No, I mean, that's the irony is that I don't know, how do you say this without sounding egotistical?
Say
but
it.
Basically, it kind of helped legitimize me as a core
Absolutely.
guy in a way, I guess. You know
100%,
what I mean?
yeah.
Whatever, but
Those industries appreciate authenticity.
yeah, but at the same time, like the years I did in the medical industry, it never held me back. I've always liked to say that, people are going to judge no matter what. And I've always been one of those guys, if someone's got a question about it, I'm happy to answer. I'm not too cool.
Yeah.
But I've always said that, I can be anywhere from Skid Row to Wall Street and form some kind of relationship with somebody. So
That's a great Jason Arnold quote.
I think it's just looking
That's a good
through
one.
the skin, because we're all guilty of it. I make first judgments, but
People see me all the time. They're like, this guy's so attractive and such a good-looking person. They don't know how to approach me.
do they ever say that you look like a hairy penis?
Yeah, one person said that. Now he's dead.
An Irish one, dude.
Did you say he's dead?
He's dead. I killed him.
Yeah.
Or somebody killed him. I don't know
No,
how he died.
yeah, unconfirmed how he died, but he's dead.
You do. You could be a really solid leprechaun. There's no doubt.
I actually was a leprechaun for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Ireland, did the whole
Then
schooling.
you found the pot of gold and grew a little.
It was at the end of a rainbow.
Yeah.
I know that. I thought it was a myth.
At least they didn't take your lucky charms.
They did. They fucking did. I want to lighten it up a little bit here.
Okay.
All right. If you're okay with moving on to something a little lighthearted.
I mean, I'm just following your guys' direction.
We got 12 minutes.
Yeah,
This
This
yeah.
is like a canoe that just, we're just not sure what shore we want to land on, so I keep rowing.
Just three guys in a canoe, right?
That sounds totally gay.
Well, you should have heard what I was going to say after that, but my mind said don't do it. All right.
Good, Corey, good.
Thank you. I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Word association. I'm going to say a word. Tell me a quick, brief,
Oh
what
boy.
you think, all right?
Okay.
Sturgis.
Spring break for senior citizens.
Okay. Or yeah. Yeah. And a lot of them can't ride. A lot of them cannot ride.
I've witnessed that.
They trailer it out there. Then once they get to like the bottom of the hill, they ride it up.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan
I
of
got
that.
nothing against people trailer, and I suffer from some arthritis and whatnot, and sometimes it's like, do you want to enjoy the ride when you get there? I mean, I
Right.
get the rides to and from for the experiences, but
It's a young man's game.
I mean, there's plenty of old bucks that do it too. But at the end of the day, I don't knock on anybody for participating and enjoying the lifestyle. I don't even care if you went to Sturgis and don't even bring a motorcycle.
Which is actually it's a nice change. When you do go to Sturgis without a motorcycle, you could kind of just enjoy the hills and watch all the other.
I guess you could get more shit faced and not have to worry about riding too, huh?
That doesn't stop anybody in Sturgis. Daytona.
Been a long time since I was in Daytona, but God, probably. I just love Florida in general, so just good people.
Been to a few of them, have you?
No,
You haven't been to a few
been
Daytona?
quite a while.
But you've been to a couple.
Yeah, but I think at the time, the last one I went to, I was still into dirt biking. I haven't been since I've been in the between industries, so we were there more for Supercross, which crossed over.
Yep.
Which then also crossed over into spring break.
Super
So-
crossed over.
So we were there to party.
Kraus going to be at Daytona this year?
Kraus is there right now. Yes.
It's happening right now.
It's in it. We're in it.
Well, probably by the time this airs, will have been over. But yeah, they are there.
Hopefully not.
Is that a shot on my editing time frame?
I hope so.
I don't know.
It is.
You didn't tell me when this is coming out.
You know whose podcast this is, right?
Is it Pete's? Is it
It's not-
Pete's?
it's
Is
Lights
it
Out
Pete's?
Rivals.
That didn't land
Is it
like I
Pete's
thought
or
it was
is it
going to.
Corey's?
That
I
landed
was
like shit.
Who's? Puggle.
Puggle?
The dog.
Yeah.
Did you have a Puggle?
I don't have a Puggle.
Oh, what kind of dog is that? I
He's
saw?
a Mexican.
He's a
Chihuahua.
Pugre.
He is.
I
I actually
hate
did the
that
DNA on him. He is. He's boxer, Chihuahua, and pit bull. And
Really?
about 5 others of what they call a super mutt.
There's got to be a pug in there.
They thought so, and when I adopted him, that's what they said. But no pug.
We're going to talk about it afterwards.
Shout out to Bubba.
Bubba the pug.
No, Bubba, my boy.
I know.
Bubba the Mexican. the Mexican dog.
Yeah.
The perro.
Yeah.
See.
Daughter.
My daughter Jessie, the light of my life. The whole reason I'm still alive, probably. She's great. My daughter, yeah, she's everything.
And she graduated from NAU
She
in
did.
2015-ish.
Correct. I think at the same time as your sister, right?
Same time we did discuss this. My
That's
little
right.
sister and your daughter probably graduated. We were probably at the same graduation together.
Right. How weird is that? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to NAU and she's crushing it. She's a scientist. She's nationally certified laboratory scientist in microbiology. So she's,
Good for you. Good on you.
She's kicks ass. Yeah.
Would you say that you did the majority of, or a big portion of the raising of the?
I mean, we split when she was 6 months old, so I've always been a single dad. But no, it's certainly not one person.
Yeah.
I mean, without the support of my folks and the influence they gave her, and of course, I'm sure she has, things from her mom that helped her. But I'd like to think that what I taught her was just I was always honest with her and basically more so showed her not what not to do.
Yeah.
Versus what to do, because I didn't know what to do. I still don't. You know what I mean? All I know is the mistakes I've made
Yep.
and tried to learn from those and tried to show her those as well. And she's an awesome human being. I mean,
I can tell there's a lot of love and admiration that you have for your
Oh
daughter.
yeah, yeah. She's like I said, I have respect for her, and that's pretty important.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Playboy Mansion.
Oh boy.
We only got a couple minutes.
Yeah, my girl now is going to be listening to this, so she probably would not be too stoked on me reiterating any stories. But yeah, I've been there.
Okay, we could do part 2, a little more in detail.
Baby, I'm sorry, but
Mit-
yeah, I was there once a long time ago.
Please don't call
Was
me
Junior
baby.
there when you were there?
He may have been, but I didn't know him then.
Or was
so
the
I wouldn't
lifestyle
know.
chopper there? Big red chopper?
No, I don't believe so. It was the post party for the gumball rally at the time.
Oh, wow.
If you remember the gumball
Oh, yeah.
rallies that they used to do, Maximilian Cooper, I think maybe his name was, put on these crazy races with celebrities and shit. And
Like 500, thousands of miles.
so
Was it
we had a
24
couple
hours?
cars at the time. I was working for Von Zipper Sunglasses, and we had a couple cars that we sponsored, and a couple athletes that did it that we sponsored. So yeah, I kind of got in on an industry side of the deal,
You see any boobs? I like boobs.
His girl's gonna hear this,
Oh,
dude. We
that's
don't
right.
talk about that.
Well, he called me baby.
He wasn't talking to you, Corey.
Oh. Okay. That's all I have for the word association. Then I have one more going out
That was
card.
good. I like that. We should do that again.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
Not with Jason, but with the future.
We'll do it again with Jason. Jason, you could come back and do this again. Don't listen to Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like these are things. This is my first podcast, like I said, but I feel like on my drive home, I'll probably remember like 1,000 things that I wish we would have talked about.
You're doing great, man. We've talked a lot about you. We talked about your brands.
I do want to say though that, never mind.
Fucking say it.
We'll end it with. I just want to make sure I give my brands proper props.
Yeah, we right at the end we will.
Yeah.
Right. I got a couple more questions that I'm going to ask you that I ask everybody else for the outro questions. Best advice you've ever received?
That's probably will have come from my dad, and it was always look a man in the eye when you shake his hand, and tell the truth. Don't fucking lie. I hate liars and I hate thieves. I guess a little white lie now and then to protect somebody it's inevitable, but lying about who you are, what you do, or not having accountability and trying to lie is just one of my biggest pet peeves. I think that think society would be a lot better off if people just told the truth.
Yeah.
And also held themselves accountable.
Oh, that's not going to happen. But you're
Well,
right.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But accountability to me is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
Shit hasn't always been easy. Like, I mean, bottom line is these last 2 years as an independent rep, it would have been easy to throw in the towel. I mean, I quite honestly don't know how I made it financially as a commissioned rep.
Well, what motivates you to keep going then?
Fuck, I just to never say die, man. That one of my favorite quotes is the Rocky quote, you know, it's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep on moving forward. So life's going to bring bad shit to everybody. And just give up has never been in my mentality.
I could tell that. It's very prevalent in just your demeanor and the way you speak.
Thank you.
And my last question is, what's the worst advice you've ever received? Or if you want to give some really bad advice, you could do that too.
Here, do another bump.
You could cut that one if you want to cut that.
That's staying in, dude.
Also, where?
No, worst advice? Shit, I don't even, man, there's probably every day you probably get bad advice. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, is it bad advice? I guess it's only bad advice if you take it and utilize it and it doesn't work out for you because, again, it's a matter of perspective. You may think you got bad advice, but that person giving it to you may think it's good advice. So based on their perception and what they've done in life, but
It's all subjective, I would imagine. Well, what don't you want me to do?
Huh?
What don't you want me to do? Like, what do you not want me to do in my life?
Lie.
Don't steal. Don't lie.
I can't do all of that. Just give me one. That's pretty much all the personal questions I have for you. If you want to talk a little bit about the brands you rep now, and
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, you know, I basically have taken on a larger role with Kraus recently, and we'll be sales and marketing Texas West, really getting on the road, and again, a lot of consumer-facing events, visiting new territories with the product. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'll get back into Texas a little bit. Got a lot of NorCal planned for this summer, all the way up into the Northwest. And RWD Suspension is another brand which is going through some pretty exciting changes right now with Dustin as the new owner.
Absolutely.
I think that brand really has a lot of potential to get to, you know, it's a heritage brand. It should be on the map, but I believe it's been overshadowed by other
yeah, I think we know.
marketing brands.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think it's got its rightful place in the market, and I think that I'm pretty excited for that. And then my third and final brand that I represent now is SP Concepts Exhaust, which I think bang for buck at, you know, getting into a 2-in-1 stainless under $1,000 is a good deal.
Their Black Onyx is popular as well.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty happy right now with the stable of brands I'm working with, and I mean I'm really happy with, you know, the level that my business has gotten with lifestyle. You know, it's when I first came in here, this was never my account when I was a distributor rep. I always wished it was because of the volume that you guys do here, of course.
Shit, we're doing 3 times that now, I would imagine.
But yeah, since I've started coming in and working with Sparky and then getting juniors here and everybody else, I can't thank you guys enough for the business because yeah, it has increased significantly, particularly with Kraus, you know, which was kind of my main thing coming to you guys initially with, and it's been a good run, and I'm excited for where we're going to go in the future with it.
Yeah, as are we.
Yeah,
Pete?
One thing I want to say about Jason Arnold is that I've actually known Jason since your hard drive days back at OC Motorcycle. May they rest in peace. But Jason and I go back for, I don't know, that was 7 years ago or something. But every single time, you know, I've seen Jason, he's been at the shop, nothing but, hey, Pete, what's up? How you doing? Just so invested, so caring and just welcoming and just a genuine dude, you know. So if you haven't met Jason before or done business with him, you know, he's just a freaking super welcoming, nice guy. So I guess all I'm trying to say.
gee, thanks, Pete.
Yeah, I'm not
Give
trying
him
to
a call.
I'm not trying to blow you up too hard, but I mean,
I remember when I first met you, you were trying to sell me on some social media thing?
It was a course.
Right?
We filmed a course on how to do social media for
Right.
dealerships, which never actually launched.
Which I thought was a great idea, but I basically yes sir'd him without having a clue what he was talking
I
about.
do that every
I was like,
fucking day.
cool.
I do that.
Yeah, that looks really neat. Like, oh, yeah.
It's a great
I'm
idea,
running
man.
up the ladder.
Whatever you could do to get him away from you, right?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I would say the same. I mean, it's interesting in this industry too. You know, I mean, particularly at the franchise dealership, how many faces you run into in multiple places. You know, I mean, one guy may be in spot A for, you know, as you know him as that guy, and then a change happens, whether it's with a company or you know, a shop, and then they end up somewhere else. So I've always believed, in my general theory, walking into a dealership is today's porter could be tomorrow's general manager. So
Yeah.
you don't treat anybody as though they're not important or less than.
We were in Del Mar recently, and you, with your 9 blown out knees, stood with us for 12 hours selling all, representing your brands in our booths, and that's just
The whole time.
the whole freaking time.
There
I
was
love pain.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, I don't, but it's just become part of my life.
Not
so,
a single,
yeah.
oh, I'm gonna go sit down for a minute. I'm gonna
No.
go disappear for an hour. Just there, standing, just doing his thing,
Well,
representing his brand.
again, it goes back to my philosophy on sales. It's a partnership. It's a relationship. My job isn't done when you guys bought shit from me. My job is done when there's a happy end user consumer on the product, and we can buy more and keep the cycle going. You know, so it's important for me to support accounts when they have events and help try to push the product for you, because, I mean, you guys have a lot of great product specialists, but I know that brand. It's the brand
Yeah.
I represent.
Yeah.
So why would I just rely on you to sell it for us? You know, it's a partnership all the way through. And I think a lot of sales guys forget about sell-through. They're only worried about sell-through at the wholesale level. But I believe there's a whole cycle of it, and I'm just a spoke in the wheel, essentially, to help make that happen. So,
Well, I know that you're very appreciated here. Anyway, when I told people you were coming on, they're like, "Oh, that's a great idea. He's an OG." People got a lot of respect for you, and I can tell why just by talking to you, man. I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate how articulate you are, how passionate you are, and dude, it's great to meet you a second time. So
Corey,
I appreciate it. dude.
Appreciate you guys. I'm really honored that you guys thought of me, first of all, to have this on. And, you know, I'd like to see more independent reps in this industry. I mean, no knock on the distributors, but as more and more manufacturers are discovering that they can go direct B2B, as long as they can fulfill and provide some customer service, that there's more opportunities for guys to be an independent rep out there. And
How would a manufacturer get a hold of you if they want to, or a independent manufacturer get a hold of you if they wanted to go that route and use you for your services?
I mean, right now, to be honest, I'm not shopping it,
Yeah.
looking at taking too much else on in the immediate. Never close doors, of course, but there's different levels too. You know, like I still do some stuff with like San Diego Customs, and, you know, I promote them at some events and things like that. And there's different levels of it, you know, and it really depends on what the company is looking for. There's a lot of guys out there that I've crossed paths with, whether he's a parts guy in a dealership or, you know, just a random guy that's part of the life and comes to every event and, you know, is riding constantly, that they all would love to like have a job in the industry, right? And, you know, you kind of have to create it for yourself, is what I did. And as far as an independent rep,
Right.
you know, a lot of these companies I reached out to and just said, hey man, this is what I do. This is where I'm at. Like, would you be interested in having a sales rep? You know, we can negotiate commission, retainers, et cetera, all that. But first and foremost is just having a little bit of knowledge of the market and understanding, hey, maybe who could use this too, you know?
Right. You're the man, dude.
Aced it.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, y'all. And you guys are a fun crew. I like working with Lifestyle, and thanks for having me on. Very honored.
It's a fucking great show. Great episode.
Good shit.
Yep.